Hey guys, it's me, Winn Dixie, creator of Raven Dixie Line. We are live. We are ending 2019. I'm going to give you all some time to get on to the live feed. And when we get like, I don't know, 3 of you guys on there, we'll get started. So I'll wait. Oh, okay, we got 2 people on. Hey, I'm back. Sorry. I had to turn on a fan. It's super hot. So if you can, check in by chatting in the live feed. Hello, Alonzo. Hello, Patrick. Thanks for joining me tonight. All right, so we are ending 2019. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about everything that happened with Raven Dixie Line in 2019. Your favorite videos, your most hated videos, all of it. And we're also going to give you some insight into what went into like making each episode. So I'm going to give you all time to get onto the feed, and I'm going to finish doing what I was doing. Okay, so if you can tell me what area you are from, and tell me what is your #1 New Year resolution. You don't have to tell me like all of them, but just tell me like your top goal for 2020 in the comment section. And I'll tell you guys mine. My top goal is to travel to as many places in the United States with Raven Dixie Line this year as I can. And I have a list of travel dates that I'm going to tell you all at the end of this episode. So, stick around. And I think I can see the live feed. All right, so like I said, we're going to be discussing the top liked videos on Raven Dixie Line channel and the top disliked videos, and then I'm going to tell y'all my favorites and why. So coming in at number 5, and we're going to work our way from 5 to number 1. In the top 5 for the most liked videos, the most viewed videos, is the biker Shark. Shark is a member of Iron Order MC. It's one of the most controversial MCs in the world. There's a lot of LE in Iron Order. There's a lot of law enforcement, and so many people left negative comments in the comment section toward me, toward Shark, and it was crazy. And I think what a lot of people didn't understand was the dynamic of the show The Biker that I have. I'm never going to have a guest on my show and ream them out. That's not the nature of my show. That's not the nature of Raven Dixie Line, the brand. It's all about positivity. Yes, there are negative things that go on in all clubs, but I'm never going to invite a member of a club on my show and, take them to court. I'm not the judge, the jury, or anybody. And I just want them to share their stories with us. If there's negative backlash from that club, that means that it doesn't. What I'm saying is, it doesn't mean that I don't know everything that goes on or all the information that's publicly put out about clubs. I get it. I know. And I understand. But my opinion, aside from what I do, is I just bring them on and let them share their stories with you. So number 5 was Shark, the biker Shark from Iron Order MC. So I'm going to take a minute to pause and I'll let y'all see my New Year's setup. And I know you can't see it that well on the camera, and I really wish you could, damn it, because I have a whole layout, and I don't want to move my camera because I don't want to fuck anything up or anything like that. But we got Starburst here, and y'all know I'm as southern as they come. So we got Takis, because in the South we like spicy shit. So gotta have my Takis. Got popcorn, Twizzlers. Twizzlers are like my favorite candy in the world. Like, my favorite. And then we have Skittles and then chips. And then we got sparkling grape juice because I will be ringing in the new year with my children. So it's going to be a very sober new year for me, your girl, Winn Dixie. All right, so what are y'all doing? What are y'all's New Year's plans? Let's look at the live chat and see what y'all are saying. Let's see who's on here. Patrick from Hoptown, Kentucky. He's about to get back on his bike. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching. All right, so we're going to move on to number 4. Our number 4 most viewed video of 2019 was pregame, and that was Pound for Pound MC special. We did a whole special thing with for Pound's annual weekend, and Pound for Pound allowed us to bring our cameras in to their MC party, and it went on from Thursday to Saturday, and we captured the host hotel. We captured every one of their events. We were there with our cameras, and in 2019 we brought you 2 episodes of that special. And coming in at number 3 is the pregame, and that was a party that was like put on right before the meet and greet that Friday night. So we still have 3 more episodes of that Pound for Pound special that's going to air after the relaunch. I've been working with Pound for Pound. We want to relaunch at a good time, at a time when it's like time for the party to be again for their next annual. So we want to get close to that. There was a reason for the delay in the last 3 episodes. But yeah, coming in at number 3 is the pregame. So for the pregame episode, I was able to sit down with members of Kings of the South, members of Sugar Town MC, of course, Pound for Pound. I got to meet the girls that ride. I can't remember what their names are. The Big Wheel girls, the beautiful girls that ride the Harleys with the like 36-inch wheels on it, and they ride all around the United States. So I was able to meet some amazing people during the Pound for Pound special, and y'all loved it. Y'all watched, let's see, that was viewed 4,190 times, and it had, excuse me, no, I take that back. The pregame was, no, that's right. And it had 116 likes. So you guys really liked that episode. Number 3, of course, the host hotel. The host hotel for the Pound for Pound show was our number 3 top watched video. So if you go to an annual weekend, everybody stays at the host hotel. And if you've ever stayed at the host hotel, you know what fucking gets down at the host hotel. Everything goes down at the host hotel. We had our cameras up, and we were able to capture people riding in and interview all the vendors that were set up in the parking lot, and it was just an amazing thing. And so you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed recording it, and y'all watched it. Let's see, it had 5,396 views and 170 likes. So that's a lot. So did any of y'all attend the Pound for Pound annual in 2019? Let me know in the chat. Let me check the chat and see what y'all are saying. What's up, Snowman? How are you? Yes, that is right. Patrick. He says you can never know it all, so when you hear something about bikers, take it all. No one knows it all. Just take the show as a learning tool. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. Um, Happy New Year, Black Dragon. Happy New Year to all of you guys. And yes, I agree with you. Although the pound for pound special was lit. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you get well soon, Snowman. All right, guys, let me get back to the countdown. Number 5 was the biker shark from Iron Order MC. And number 4 was the pregame, and that was pound for pound special. And number 3 was the host hotel, which was also the pound for pound special. Number 2 was a new show that I started toward the end of 2019. It's my dating and motorcycle series that I'm thoroughly in love with. I decided I wanted to do something where I could have a more intimate relationship with my YouTube subscribers. And so I started dating in motorcycles. And y'all are used to like me interviewing bikers and interviewing like on a panel or like just sharing everybody's stories. But I'm able to share my stories with you guys, and I'm able to also interview people and have them open up about their experiences dating in motorcycle clubs. So coming in at number 2 is dating in motorcycle clubs as property of. And I shot that episode with Socks. Socks was previously a property of, and then she went on to become a part of Queens of the South, and now she is an indie writer, and she's starting her own YouTube channel in a couple of weeks, and I want you all to make sure that you are tuned into her show in January and keep up with her and support her very strongly. She is mentally strong woman, and for her to share her story as a property of with the Winn Dixie line subscribers, I was like honored for her to do that. And just listening to her and her story, it kind of like for other channels, it incited like a trend, right? So we released our video in October, on October 31st. I'm sure it came out on Halloween. And after that, it was like every YouTuber was putting up shows on being property of. And it was a crazy thing, but I get it. And that's how us as YouTubers work. You all might think like, well, so-and-so just did a show just like that, but we kind of feed off of each other. Like we inspire one another in different ways, and we kind of just feed off of each other. And that's what happened with property of. It like 11,897 times. It got like 10,000 views in the first 3 weeks, which is amazing for Winn Dixie line. And it was 181 likes. So that was pretty phenomenal. Shouts out to Socks, indie writer. She's out of Dallas, Texas. And you all love her, and I love her too. So we're going to support her in all of her endeavors as well. All right, so in the comment section, guys, I want you all telling me your New Year's resolution. I hate to say resolution because it has such a negative connotation behind it. So I always say like your New Year's intention, your New Year goals. And just give me your top one, because I'm going to go through at the end of this because I'm going to tell you all my intentions and my goals for 2020. I've already shared with a couple of you all that were on the beginning of the live my number one, but I did want to talk about some other ones as well. So make sure you're telling me your goals and your intentions in the comment section. All right, let me check with you guys. All right, so can anybody guess what the number one watched video was? Anybody guess? Well, if you've been watching the show for 2019, last year we did a countdown on Facebook counting down the 2018 top watched viewed videos of 2018, and we counted down to the premiere of this episode that fell in number one top viewed video The Raven Dixie Line YouTube channel has damn near 22,000 views, and I am just absolutely in love with this episode. It is the Biker MC Rare Breed. Rare Breed, the Music City Flock. Those guys are some outstanding guys. I truly love each and every one of them, especially the guys that did my show. Chief, I don't know if you all know Chief, but Chief is a member of Rare Breed. He is the president of the Music City Flock, and he is a biker. Like he is the poster child for what a biker really is. He puts miles on his bike. Like he travels state lines. He collects miles every year. He is like up there. And in 2018, he finished the year with, I want to say it was like 167 miles. I'm not sure, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and edit this video tomorrow and like pop up those videos that I mentioned so you all can like push it and watch it. But he had in like an astronomical number. No, I know. It was 67,000 miles. He had 67,000 miles on his bike in 2018. I don't know what he has for 2019. I have to back up with those guys in 2020 and get the lowdown on that. But that was like our most watched video. You guys love Rare Breed. I love Rare Breed. Rare Breed is a 99% club, and they are all over the United States. But those guys are some real bikers. Like, I know one of the things that I know that's like an inside thing, I don't know, you all might know as well, but you have to actually travel to the mother chapter, which is in California, in order to like even get your patch to become a member. Like, you have to put in them, and I don't care where you live in the United States, you got to travel to the mother chapter in Cali in order to collect that patch. So that's epic. So shouts out to Pound for Pound, not Pound for Pound, excuse me. Shouts out to Rare Breed MC for being #1 watched, viewed, and liked video for Raven Dixie Line in 2019. So like I said, we would discuss the top 2 dislike videos, and they just happen to be in the top 5 liked as well. So of course, like I said, our show with Shark from Iron Order, which fell in at #5, the top like, was also #2 for most disliked video in 2019. It had like 23 dislikes, which is a lot for my channel. People usually really, really like the content that I put out. So I was really floored by that. And then the top dislike was Property of. It was like 30,000, not 30,000, excuse me, 30 dislikes. And that was shocking to me because for me, I think a lot of people take the title of something and they don't really go into like really watching it to figure out what comment section. I was like, did you even watch did you watch the video, or did you like just put a comment in there? Because I'm pretty sure we debunked that information during this video. So a lot of the dislikes, I think, come in early. People come in hot, and then by the end of the show, if you watch the end of the show, you should have like a different mindset of what it is you thought you knew. Yeah, so all of the videos I enjoyed recording, but I do have my top 3 videos that I enjoyed recording. These were my top 3 favorites. Number 3 was a show called Dixie Roadside Safety Tips. All right, so that was a new show that we started in 2019 that we will continue in 2020 as well. But Cognac from Rare Breed, the Music City Flock, did a tutorial on how to prepare your tires each season and how to go through and make sure that they are correctly prepared throughout the year. And I just loved that episode. You all loved it as well, of your tires throughout the year. And he was so prepared and so detail oriented, and he actually and this is like a little behind the scenes thing, but the night before, Chief was supposed to do my show. Chief was the one that was supposed to be doing the tutorials. Chief is the president of Rare Breed. And at the very last minute, he couldn't do it. He had to go somewhere. He had presidential duties. So Cognac stepped in. Cognac, I heard from Cognac that Friday. We shot that Saturday. One of my favorite episodes is the Dixie Roadside Safety Tips with Cognac on tire pressure. And you guys will check it out. Like I said, tomorrow I will link the videos during the episode. They'll also be linked in the description part tomorrow as well. So that was my number 3 favorite. Number 2 was the All-Star shows. So we did 2 All-Star shows. I think, yeah, we did 2. And it was how, let's see, how did I arrange that? Okay, yeah, so it was all the shows that I ever did, all the biker episodes, all the biker MC episodes. I invited back everybody to Nashville. And we met up at the Bad Habits Clubhouse, shout out to Bad Habits MC, in Nashville, Tennessee. And we recorded, so we had bikers come in from all over that ever did the show on Winn Dixie line, and we just did like a full interview with all of those members, and we caught back up with them. And I truly loved being in the ambience of all the bikers that did the show, and I just felt so loved, and I felt so appreciated for what it is that I do, which, you know, that's a good thing too. You know, I can say that out loud. So it felt good, and it just felt good to be with all those guys again and hearing their stories, and all the ladies as well, and the camaraderie. Bad Habits cooked for us, and it was a truly special night that night. And not all of the bikers, not the people that were on the show, all the bikers that were on the show are still here, but some of the members of the audience are no longer with us. So I dedicated those shows to those individuals that are no longer with us. But that was my top 2 favorite episode that I recorded in 2019. So my top 1 is also you all's top 1. I loved shooting with RareBreed MC. And I love shooting with all the people that do my show all the time. I love all the MCs and all the individual bikers that do my show. But there was something about shooting with RareBreed. It lined up. It was like total alignment. Like I was introduced to those guys in September at a Still Horseman party in Nashville. They had heard about me from watching Frank Savage, which is Bo at a Pound for Pound show, back in 2018. And so I met those guys in September, and they were like, this is the big sell of Nashville. Shout out to FHO. And I was like, I'm the big sell of Nashville? Okay, I'll take it. So I instantly had a bond with those guys, and we did a calendar shoot. And like right after that, we like just ping ponged to like, okay, you guys need to do like an episode of The Biker because you all are new in Nashville and you need to come out hard. So, something on my screen. Get out of here. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. All right, so I was like, you guys need to do my show. And Chief was like, yeah, we'll do the show, you know. So at that time, I was talking to Shell Shock. Shout out to Shell Shock. That's my guy. He kind of arranged everything, and that was my liaison for the club. Me and him talked all the time, and we said, okay, we're going to meet here. We're going to do this. And just so happened that one of the guys that were supposed to do the show was not able to show up, but we were prepared to shoot with 4 guys. And so there was a member of RareBreed that was in town. His name is TB. He's out of Memphis. And he was in the audience, and I was like, TB, you know, TB, you do the show since the other person couldn't make it. And she was like, yeah, like, let's mic him up. And so we mic'd up all 4 of the guys, and TB was just, he was ready. Like, he was prepared. He spoke well. He spoke well about his club, and he did an amazing job. So it's a certain energy when everything aligns up perfectly like that. It doesn't always happen like that, but with that, it shined through to you guys as well, because you guys really liked it. You all watched it a lot, and I got a lot of subscribers from that video. So shout out to Rare Breed Music City Flock. I love you guys so much. Yeah, so let me check the comment section. Can y'all believe it's freaking the end? believe it's the end of 2019. We are going into a brand new decade, and I'm so excited about that. We have one New Year's resolution in the chat. Let's see what he's talking about. That's a big one. That's a big one, Snowman. His New Year's resolution is to say no more than yes in 2020. And I can relate to that. Like, you say yes and you're like, you really don't want to do that, and then you become a slave to whatever the hell it is that you honestly didn't want to do. So that brings me to one of my New Year's resolutions, or my New Year's goals, is I'm not going to be a slave to things I don't want to do. This year, I found myself, even with my Raven Dixie line, just kind of like, I don't want to say anything like in a negative way, but I felt like I was dancing. Like I was on a rope. I was like not being able to be myself with this brand and develop it the way that I want to develop it and the vision that I have for the brand. So like back in October, I think it was October, late September, I was like, you know what? I'm relaunching the brand because this has got to go the way that I wanted to go. So we are relaunching and we are coming back harder than ever, but we are sticking to the vision. We're sticking to the goal, the game plan of what Raven Dixie Line was meant to be. And is meant to be a brand that's rebellious enough to join all races and all cultures together just for the simple love of the motorcycle culture. Like, I don't care what race you are, I don't care where you're from. None of that stuff matters to me. Like, this brand is about uniting all ethnicities. We are the rebels. We are rebellious enough to like see past ethnicities. So we're going to get really, really back to the basics in 2020 with that. So we're going to be saying no a lot more than we said yes, because we want to do the things that we want to do. Another one of my intentions or New Year's resolutions is just to kind of let go of the things that no longer serve me. That's relationships with whomever, if it's friendships, romantic relationships, business relationships. I'm just going to let all of that go in 2020. In 2020, I am focused on myself, my children, and Raven Dixie. Like, that's it for me. And Raven Dixie are incorporated into that. So you all are going to be a high point of concentration for me in 2020. And it's just going to be the year. Like I said in my other videos that I did last week, like I just feel it. It's just going to be a phenomenal year. I do want to shout out a couple of other YouTubers that do what I do. That some of them, they might do it a little better than I do it. But anyways, I want to shout out, first of all, Big Cell. I want to shout out Big Cell from FHO. He is the big homie. Like, I look up to Big Cell so much, and when he met me, he was a fan of what I do, and I was a fan of him, and he met me on some, like, real, like, G shit, like, we saw eye to eye, and it wasn't like some bullshit. It was, like, some real stuff. So, he's like, Winn Dixie, I'm like, who is this, I'm like, oh my God, because he had his helmet on and everything, and it was Big Cell, and, he did my show, he interviewed him, and he gave me some real sound advice about being consistent and staying around, and how he really liked to see me in this game with all these guys doing this what I do. And not a lot of people that are YouTubers are willing to open up the gate and open up the door for newcomers to come in. They kind of want to get in the door, shut the door, and lock the door, and throw away the fucking key. But shit doesn't work like that. You got to leave the door open for the new kids, because if you don't, the culture will eventually die out, and we don't want that. We want to preserve the culture, and we're not going with the fucking flow anymore. We are the flow. Do you understand? So you got to kind of leave the door open because somebody's going to know something you don't know. So number one YouTuber in my book, Big Cell, FHO. Kudos to him. I love him. The other YouTuber, number two YouTuber that I want to shout out is my guy, Sosa the Ghost from Demons Road TV. Sosa, me and him met in February, and we kind of started the YouTube thing. I kind of started like probably 6 months to 8 months before he did, but he encouraged me to be more consistent with my work. He encouraged me to kind of like the dating and motorcycle shows. Like he was a huge influence behind me doing that show. He was like, you got to just sit there and you got to talk to him. When you got to, no, he calls me Dixie. You got to talk to him, Dixie. You got to let them know who you are. And I'm truly inspired by the work that he does and the growth that he has experienced. And he's another one, like, he always leaves the door open for me, and he's just pulling me. He's pulling me along. So major shout out to Sosa the Ghost of Demons Row TV. And then there's only one more that I want to shout out, and that's Law from Redline Legends. He's one of my best friends. He's also a Nashville YouTuber. And I just have a lot of respect for his craft, his talent, his MC game. He's been on the set in Motorcycle Club for almost a decade, for a very long time. He's a member of Blockburners MC. He's president of the Nashville chapter. But he's an amazing human with a beautiful soul. And he's so talented. So you guys will see him doing music on his show, as well as like riding his motorcycle and just motivating people. His thing is bridging the gap, between the young and the old. And he and I work together on some of my things as well. So major shout out to Law from Redline Legends. Shout out to Sosa Road TV. And shout out to Big Cell from FHO. I don't know, guys. I think that's going to wrap up the show. We're going to say goodbye to 2019. It's almost 2020. I'm going to go downstairs. Me and my kids are going to eat all of these snacks. We're going to eat all these snacks, and we're going to ring in 2020 together. I know that some of you all are watching, and it's already 2020. So you're kind of going back to the future, and I appreciate you all celebrating with me. I appreciate you all subscribing to Raven Dixie Line YouTube channel in 2019. I get so emotional because I'm so filled with love, and I have a lot of respect for you guys out there riding and crossing state lines. Just Happy New Year. Happy New Year, and I'm looking forward to a lot of you all in person in 2020. I hope that you all have the best year ever, 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 ever. I'm out.